Cublets? Welcome back to another Barry Center review with me, BearElliott. I see dead careers coming back. Well, you'll soon understand what that's in reference to in just 1 second. Yesterday, me and my buddy John ended up at the movies and we saw The Visit. Now, I had never heard of The Visit, never seen any trailers about it. Actually went into this completely cold, had no idea what we were going to go see, other than it was supposed to be a suspense kind of horror film. I was rather shocked when I saw a name pop up on the screen that I hadn't seen in quite some time. In fact, I was kind of shocked that he was still around. Who am I referring to? M. Night Shyamalan is back with another adaptation of his classic twist of a movie. I don't really know what his genre technically is. It's kind of suspense, kind of horror. I don't really know. The last time I actually gave M. Night Shyamalan any of my money was Woman in the Water, I believe was the name of it. Kind of like the Lady in the Lake kind of twist. I lasted a grand total of 20 minutes into that movie. Couldn't get past that. But I was a big fan of his 4. His first 4 movies. I really like Sixth Sense. I liked Unbreakable. I'm one of the few that likes The Village, and I liked the Signs. I really enjoyed that one as well. So I thought those 4 movies were interesting, and I liked the acting, and M. Night Shyamalan was really at a high at that point. Then he crashed and burned with The Last Airbender. Ooh, that was bad. And then Lady in the Water, that was even worse. But M. Night Shyamalan has had a really hit or miss with me. When I saw his name pop up and that he was the writer and the director of The Visit, I was rather concerned. Okay, The Visit, in a nutshell, what that movie is about. Take 2 kids, you have Rebecca and you have Tyler. Their mom is estranged from her parents. Well, 15 years later, the mom decides that she's going to reconnect with the parents. Actually, the parents contact her through the internet, and that's a whole sub-story. But it's a great time for them to reconnect with the grandkids that they've never got the chance, I guess not reconnect, to connect with the grandkids they've never known. So mom's going off on Royal Caribbean Cruise, which I thought was interesting that he specifically said Royal Caribbean Cruise. So obviously there's some kind of money in there somewhere. Yeah, has to have been. That has to be a product placement. But kids go off to Pennsylvania. Mom goes on a cruise with her boyfriend, Miguel, who I think you do see Miguel at one point. I don't think he has any lines, but Miguel. And kids go off to Pennsylvania and they meet Nana and Pop. And, well, okay, that's the nutshell. Then it's a whole week of Rebecca is kind of looks at herself as a future documentarian and a Spielberg-esque kid that's in the making. So she's recording their visit and she's trying to get kind of resolution between her mom and her parents. And this is kind of her way of dealing with it. She's also dealing with the fact that her dad, and I guess Tyler's kind of as well, but not as much as Rebecca or Becca. They call her both. That her dad abandoned them at such a young age with the children because he went off and met somebody at Starbucks and moved to California. And yeah. Okay. So that's a whole subplot there. So the entire story is this week of her documenting and talking with the parents and revisiting her mom's places that she was when she was a kid. Well, there's a lot of weird things going on. Like in the night, the Nana, I think she's Nana. Nana is kind of, she does weird things and she kind of is animalistic and she has odd behavior. There's a really neat scene underneath underneath the house, they're playing hide and seek. It's kind of in a crawl space. And Nana is kind of freaky and she's like chasing after the kids and there's this whole weird like sub story plot that goes through this theme of Hansel and Gretel because she's constantly feeding the kids and they're always talking about food and everything. And at one point, actually a couple points in the movie, she has Becca climb into the oven to clean it out and literally like crawl into it. So yeah, there's this Hansel and Gretel thing going on. And then Pop Pop is messed up. Pop Pop has incontinence, and that's a whole weird thing going on. So I don't want to give away all the plot, especially the plot twist, but it's a very weird family. And the poor kids are like, they're recording it. Overall, my review, the acting is at times mediocre and very jokey. So I don't know if that's what he was going for. The whole rapping thing with Tyler is really annoying, but I'm not into rap, so that could have been an effect there. Becca the actress overplays her role at times, and I'm like, ugh, that was rough. But in the end, it does have an interesting, I guess, message that he literally lays out for you and says, this is the message of the movie. That was neat. And it does have a couple of great jump scares. I have to admit there. And there's a couple really gross scenes that you're like, oof. So it's worth a go, especially for a matinee. For $5 or less. Yeah. But it was interesting to see M. Night Shyamalan coming back. So overall, in my Barry Central review, I'm giving this 2.5. I can't do a half. Half paw. It's good. I wouldn't say it's great. I don't even know if good's okay. It's okay. It's an okay movie. Let's not go with the good. Let's just stay away from that word. It's an okay movie. It's something that if you're bored and you don't have a lot of things to do, and you're looking for a time killer, it's something to fill that time void with. So this has been my Barry Central review of The Visit, the latest edition from M. Night Shyamalan. It's in theaters right now. Go check it out. So until next time, bye, Kable.
I could go out in the darkness, see you calling my name. I hear you shouting, hear you calling, but it's not the same. Every word that you're throwing right into my back doesn't matter to me, cause I'm keeping my track. Let me go, let me go.